Hey guys, welcome to another episode. Today we're gonna do something a little bit different. The models haven't gotten here yet. So what I wanna do is I want to sort of show you what I look for in an indoor studio as places to shoot, sources of light, things that could really help you whenever you go to your own studios, figure out exactly what it is and where it is you wanna position a model and position yourself. All right, so the first thing I want you guys to notice here is here we have an open source window that has light coming in, right? So a cool spot to shoot in would be somewhere like over here where the model has that source of light that she can use or that you can use in order to illuminate her. So anything leaning against here, anything maybe on the chair, on the couch, facing the light and having her look at you is a cool spot for you to potentially shoot. On the floor too, like never limit yourself from typical poses. It's easy to stand up, right? It's easy to lean. Those are very traditional poses that you can do with somebody, but having them come on the floor and be able to use a floor area, this is super nice too. It's a nice pot, you know, being able to use these things, the curtain, holding onto the curtain, don't pull it down, but holding onto the curtain can be a pose that you can incorporate within your set that's gonna really use the location and also allow the model to have something to touch and work with. Having her sit over here, so she might be backlit, right? But what you can do is turn her towards, the light a little bit more. So you have a little bit of fun you can play with illumination. If I were to use a flash in this situation, I would have the flash in the same direction of the source of light. So I have the flash right here and have it pointed onto her here. So then you're gonna fill in the shadows on this side right here. But it depends on your style, it depends on what you're looking for. I personally like having shadows in my photos, but you don't have to. You can always do your own thing and make it work. Having a flash here is gonna definitely allow her to be fully exposed. But that's just something to look forward to. Something else, if you just show the entire room over here, couches to sit on, the floor, there's books that they can use as well. You never wanna stand on a prop or on a set like that, but definitely use the couches as a way for you to sit down. Have her sit down normally, right? Just sitting down like this and posing this way. She can lay on her side, she can lay on the couch, on her back, on her stomach. So you can use this in different ways to get more variety in your shots. Something that I like to do a lot is have my models on the floor in front of the couch. So it just switches up the way that you can use this one prop in your photos. Coming over here and having her lean over maybe, or sitting down, having your back to you, you can use that a lot. Going into this area right here, we have an arch. Arches are super fun because you can have like different layers within your photos. So you have different frames within a frame. So for example, having her use the top and bottom, having her on her tippy toes and touching the top of the arch, on the side, leaning against the back. These are all different things that you can use within this set. It's gonna really help accentuate the set itself. And what I like about the set too is that if you go far away, if you go all the way back over here, you have all of this foreground that you can use in a photo. You have, this is a background. So you have a lot more layers. You have the lamp in the middle, which is really, really cool as well. You have a lot of layers that you can add to the photo where someone's not gonna just look at the photo and be like, cool, nice photo. You're gonna look at the photo and actually see what's going on. So you're really incorporating the set within the photo you're taking. This plan right here is something you can use as well as a contrast. You can have her close to the plan or to have a little bit more foreground stuff. You don't really have to, but I just want you guys to see that there's so much you can do in a house depending on where you position yourself. Coming over here, this table. Again, I wouldn't recommend anyone sitting on the table, right? But you can use a chair, have them next to the chair, and maybe add a book here, or add a cup or a fruit, and have them use this table as a prop as well. Have them lean back, even have them on the floor. Again, I'm a huge proponent for using the floor as props. So if you get stuck on a pose or stuck on having them do something, grab a book, because there's books everywhere here. And literally my favorite kinds of photos are the ones where they're not really trying to pose, right? They can be here and reading the book and looking at the camera, and that can be a shot that you take with someone that can be really interesting and dynamic. Again, this room has a lot of light coming in. There's a light source over here from a window, 2 windows over here. So there's a lot of ambient light here that's gonna really help you accentuate your photos and not have it be something that's under illuminated, especially if you're someone who uses a lot of natural light. So I always look for windows in my photos, especially when I don't have a flash on me. Windows are always the best thing to find. The kitchen here is beautiful, guys. I love simplicity. So just having the model here, and you're gonna see in the next video how I use a spot for my photos, having the model here, just resting and being here and not having to force a pose or force something to happen, having her play with the dials, touch things, lean against over here, wash her hands, like having her look through the cookbook, have a cup in her hand looking out the window. Again, another source of light is right here. So I'm gonna use this area a lot because it makes it easy for you to expose your subject properly. Do you think these props that are everywhere? They have this little set right here. Having the model play with the lemons and touch things and look around. So make it very authentic, make it easy for her to be able to work and make it easy for her to not have to come up with poses in her head. Again, I love leaning over things, your back to things, coming over here. Be careful with stovetops, don't lean on stovetop because I've had a model light herself on fire. Just kidding, not that bad, but you know what I mean. Again, the foreground shots, having her play with plants, statues right here, having her lean over, grab a cup of coffee, grab a book, sit over, lean. Use everything around here to make dynamic shots. And there's so many different things you can use. Each little set of the house can be its own set. So you can have multiple sets within one house. That's what I really like a lot. I want to take you guys outside because outside is super dynamic. So I want you guys to see that. So we're out here now. And I want you guys to just see everything over here. See how beautiful this is. What this you can do here. There's a lot of foreground that can be used right here. There's a lot of natural leading lines that lead into the small gazebo out here that can be used for shots. A lot of the things I like to do is be very candid. Have the models over there and you're all the way back here. So you're getting an idea of like a candid set that they're actually utilizing and they're in like a story, they're in their own worlds and you're just taking a moment of that in your photos. It's super, super important to make it seem like it's very natural and organic. I'm gonna walk you guys through over here. Again, lots of greenery, a little fountain. I love this here, one, because it's shaded. And so depending on the time of day, right now it's about noon, so it's super hot out and the light is really high up here. This is a shaded area, so they can use all of this and the light is pretty even. They can be in here and then you don't have to worry about being too overexposed because it's super, super nice. If we turn it on this side, you can see the pool area. And again, it's hot right now, it's noon. So what I would recommend is definitely having either some sort of reflector, maybe having a flash, keeping the model from the shadow over here, just something something to just be careful for because the light is so strong at this time of day. The chairs that are awesome. If you see over here as well, there are windows and these windows face this area out here. So having yourself inside and then shooting from inside as a model's outside is another way of adding some dynamic shots into your photo set. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you guys took something from it. Please, if you want to see more, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.